PrizePicks today. I got a 6-pick entry on PrizePicks to 25x your money. You put $10 on this bad boy, you're going to profit $250 because, let's be real, there's no chance that any of these 6 lose. All 6 I found using the OddsJam Fantasy screen. The OddsJam Fantasy Optimizer literally provides plays for you on whatever DFS book of your choosing and color codes them based on how good they are. So we see a bunch of plays on here. I ended up being able to lock in 6 total, which I will detail why. But for PrizePicks, you get 6 right, you 25x your money. You get 5 of 6 right, you at least still double your money. And in terms of strategy, 5 or 6 pick flex is the best when it comes to PrizePicks. It's detailed right here on the fantasy screen. So if you're ever sure of how many plays you should put in an entry, right? How many picks? It literally says it in this column right here. That's one benefit of using the Fantasy Optimizer is it tells you what is optimal in terms of what DFS book you're using. For PrizePicks, it's 5 or 6 pick flexes. So again, in this video, I have a 6-pick entry for you guys, and we can get right into it. So play number 1 in the Sixers versus Celtics game, it is James Harden. We see player name. He plays for the Philadelphia 76ers to go over his assist prop of 7.5. So that is the first leg that I locked in right here. James Harden, more than 7.5 assists. So this percent chance we see here, the OddsJam algo odds are giving this roughly just below a 55% chance of this hitting. And with PrizePicks, the way that everything works is there's a fixed payout system, right? That's why you can find so much value on PrizePicks. Doesn't matter what player you're taking, whether you're taking the over or the under, the payout is always going to be the exact same. So like the payout that I mentioned at the beginning, right? This table here, it's going to be the same whether I change to more or less, right? Doesn't matter. The payout is always going to look like this. So your strategy for using these DFS sportsbooks, like a PrizePicks and Underdog, where there is a fixed payout, you're literally just looking for player props that are likely to hit, which sounds, I get it, sounds really, really stupid and obvious, but that's really not an actual sports betting strategy when you're using the sports books that you see on the far right here. You're not looking for player props that are likely to hit. You're looking for value, right? But with PrizePicks, because it's a fixed payout, because you're always going to get the implied odds of -119, you want to find plays like these that are likely to hit. Now, there are a couple things to note here. The OddsJam algo odds that you see right here that we see like no big -121.92. This is really important. These odds are pulled from the sharpest sports books in the world. So the OddsJam algo odds is where everything runs off of. It's why the Fantasy Optimizer is such a profitable tool, because OddsJam pulls odds from the sharpest sports books in the world, calculates the true line of what a market should be priced at, right? The most accurate representation of a market, and makes sure to remove the vig. So you see these no vig odds here. And then converts these odds that you see here, giving them a percent chance to hit, because all odds have an inherent win percentage associated with them. So the -119 is kind of what we're looking to get above for a 6-pick flex. That's why all of these are green, because they're above the -119 number. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that like anything yellow or red is bad. The win percentages are just a little bit lower, right? We see like down to 52.91. That's still above 50%. That's still close to 53%. So it's not bad, right? It's not like, oh, these are unprofitable picks. It's just the best of the best are green. And if you see a bunch of plays on green, you should combine these together. And that's exactly what I did, right? The play one, I'll repeat it again, James Harden over 7.5 assists. And just look at where the other sportsbooks price it, right? So we know the fixed odds of -119 on PrizePicks. Look at every other book. -130, -145, -140, -135, -147. All of them are pretty heavily juiced towards the over. That's like another sign that we locked in a good play. Now, play number 2, another NBA game. This is in the second game tonight, the Nuggets versus Suns. We're locking in Michael Porter Jr. to go over his points plus rebounds stat of 18.5. So that is the second one that I locked in here, Michael Porter Jr., more than 18.5 points plus rebounds. This one, again, is above the -119 number. That's the most important thing we're looking for here. OddsJam algo odds price it -121.21, which converts to a win percentage of 54.79. So as long as we stay above that -119 number, it will be good to go. Looking at the sports books, FanDuel is clearly the highest on this at -160, with the other books still favoring the overs, -135, minus 129, minus 130. Next up, we have a play in the MLB. So a couple NBA, couple MLB plays to round this out. Corey Julks over 0.5 bases as our third play for this video. So we see right here, Corey Julks, he's a Houston outfielder, over 0.5 bases. More than is how PrizePicks categorizes it, but it's just an over. The OddsJam algo odds at about minus 121, essentially. Not as many books have this priced, but the ones that do, the three that we see here, pretty heavily juicing it towards the over. Minus 146, minus 135, minus 138. And that's exactly what we are looking for, right? Situations like this where the sportsbooks are favoring one side, in this case, the over. So this Bruce Brown one, we're going to skip because he plays for the Nuggets, which is the same team as Michael Porter Jr. If you have other plays that you like, this Bruce Brown one certainly is good. I just can't put it in this specific entry. But if you have a second entry, this is a really good one. This is a play that you can add, right? Bruce Brown under 14.5 points plus rebounds. Next up, another MLB one, stud pitcher Max Fried. We're taking the over on a strikeout prop of 5.5. Win percentage of this one is about 54.6%. We see the OddsJam algo odds above the minus 119 number at minus 120.21. It's a good sign for us. Where the other sportsbooks price it, minus 143, minus 130, minus 142, minus 143. Good sign for us as well. So we added this one, our fourth play, Max Fried over more than 5.5 strikeouts. 2 more to go. Next up, so this Curry one, the game is not tonight, so I'm also skipping this one. But if you're looking for an entry for a player prop in the Warriors-Lakers game, then you have this Steph Curry over 5.5 assists. But the play that we are locking in, the next one, is Austin Nola over 0.5 total bases. It's just above that minus 119 number, but still above it. The other sports books, we see minus 141, minus 135, minus 137. Added this one to my entry, Austin Nola, more than 0.5 total bases. And then the last one in the Cubs game, Cody Bellinger, also over his basis prop of 0.5, just above that minus 119 number. So this is why you see the color goes from green to yellow, because we are now below that minus 119 number. Again, these plays aren't bad by any means. They're just not as good, right? You have to draw the line somewhere. And because of the fixed payout is equates to minus 119 odds, that's kind of where the line is drawn between green and yellow. So Cody Bellinger more than 0.5 total bases. So that rounds out our 6 play entry. As you can see right here, we got James Harden over 7.5 assists. We got Michael Porter Jr. over 18.5 points plus rebounds. We got Corey Julks over 0.5 bases. We got Max Fried over 5.5 strikeouts. Austin Nola and Cody Bellinger both over 0.5 bases, rounding out our 6 pick entry. So if you're tailing, comment and let me know. Other than that, remember to like, subscribe, hit me up at my Twitter handle you see on the screen here. Thanks for watching and have a good one. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Below are all of my different social medias where I post picks and plays daily. Make sure to hit me up there. Also, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as I'm constantly putting out new videos to learn how to make money sports betting. And that's it. So thanks for watching and have a good one.